I am a business owner with 50 employees. We are a service company. My folks are 95% of the time away from the office. What should I focus on regarding leadership then? It's a great question. As a small business owner or manager, first educate yourself and then train your first line supervisors to be great leaders. So let me say more about that. Many of my clients are noticing a dramatic shift in employee retention. More people than ever are leaving their jobs, despite the fluctuating global economy. Though this is a lot less dramatic than the Great Resignation that happened a few years ago with COVID, thousands upon thousands of workers today are still leaving their jobs because of toxic management and, most importantly, poor leadership. Some companies have tried to stop the hemorrhage of high turnover by providing rewards such as pay raises or perks. But I believe that these are Band-Aid solutions at best, and they do very little to address the root cause of the problem. And that root cause is bad leaders. Instead, I believe the best way to increase employee retention is to train supervisors to be great leaders. This might sound initially counterintuitive. After all, it's not the supervisors you're quitting, but my experience and research shows that poor leadership directly contributes to high turnover. Teach supervisors to lead well and reduce the risk of employees looking for greener pastures elsewhere. The good news is that most supervisors really want to get better. For the most part, supervisors simply practice bad habits that they had learned along the way or were exposed to when they were employees. They're doing the best they can with what they know. If a supervisor is practicing bad leadership habits, what is missing is knowledge and the practice of using that knowledge. Poor leadership is rarely a character issue, but an educational and experience issue. Most supervisors have never had leadership training. Despite popular belief, leadership is not an inherent trait that only a few possess. Leadership is a skill, and just like any skill needs to be developed, honed, and optimized. This begins with education and training. Suppose you're noticing high turnover, low employee productivity, or find yourself just having to follow up on everybody all the time. If that sounds true for you, you need to start asking yourself some questions about leadership. Are you training your supervisors to be great leaders? Do you practice leadership in your life as well? Are you a role model for leadership in your company? Remember, leadership is not just a title that we slap on our chest. It is the constant practice and passion of coaching, mentoring, and developing others. Being a good supervisor and being a good leader requires different skills, so make sure that your managers and supervisors are properly trained and equipped to be both. Again, if you are a small business owner or manager, educate yourself first and train your first line supervisors to be great leaders. Leadership really does matter. The rest of this video today that I'm shooting is more about me and some ideas you can put in action today that I provide. I am Henry Chidgey, a business leadership consultant, coach, and mentor. I help successful business leaders and professionals develop their leadership and leadership skills so that they have more time, make more money, and achieve much more satisfaction for themselves and their team. I know exactly what it means to be a business leader from my more than 50 years of practical leadership experience in every size business, small, medium, or large, 5 employees or 5,000. For the last 20 years and more, I have helped hundreds of folks reach their goals and more. What makes me unique is that what I provide my clients is the wisdom of all that experience quickly and efficiently, not theories. Most of my clients are successful business owners and executives who sometimes are frustrated with their team's lack of engagement and commitment. Those owners and executives are doing okay financially. Still, they have to stay on top of everyone and everything all the time. All this costs them their discretionary time, lost profitability, and high employee turnover. I help them become great leaders. Equally importantly, I teach them how to discover and develop passionate and committed internal leaders who, with their folks, operate like a well-oiled machine. If this sounds like something that interests you, just click here and schedule a free $1,000 value one-on-one practical leadership coaching session with me to create, one, a crystal clear vision for the results you want your team to produce, a strategy of your actions and tactics to achieve that vision, and then third, we together jointly will uncover hidden challenges that are standing in your way. You will leave the session feeling renewed, re-energized, and inspired to get your results faster and easier than you ever thought possible. You have little to lose, just a little time, and a lot to gain. If at the end of the session you want to hear more about working with me ongoingly, I'll share the how and the investment required. If not, I will have been pleased that I had the opportunity to provide value, clarity, and inspiration for you. From my point of view, and hopefully from yours, a real win-win. I also have a curriculum of self-paced e-learning courses focused on leadership, management, and personal development. These are ideal for your team to use for self-study. I suggest the first course for everyone is my flagship course, Self-Leadership. Use the discount code Lead Me First, that's all lowercase bunched together, for 90% off the purchase price, and that ends up being only $12.90. At that price, you could give it to every leader and potential leader in your company. It definitely will let them know you're thinking about their growth and future. As a bonus, I will be happy to give you and any of your team a free practical leadership coaching session upon successful completion. Go to my e-learning store link below and put in the search bar self-leadership. Then at checkout, enter the code Lead Me First, no spaces, all lowercase, for your discount. Thanks for listening to the end. I know that means you are committed to becoming the best leader you can be, and we need you.